everyone, it's Chloe from Papercraft Menagerie. I'm sorry for abandoning you all for a little while, but I am back with the last part of our grungy nature junk journal. So this first idea I've got to credit Pockets of Inspiration on Instagram. She's got this cute little design that just would look absolutely perfect in this book. So if you like what I've done, go and check out what she's done with it, because her design is in a water, sea, ocean journal, and it's very nice. So if I was you guys, I'd definitely go check it out. So I think I'm going to just choose a random page at the back because the back is a little more emptier than the front, and we'll put it here. So the idea is pretty much a scroll that you can unravel and roll back up. So I would love to have something like that just along here. I'm thinking probably on the outer edge just to avoid so much bulk at the spine. So I've got a stick that I'm going to use as the part you wrap. So I'm just going to split that in half. Not quite half, but you know, again, that's the theme of the journal, is not perfect. So, and I'm going to take just a bit of similar looking paper. I'm going to die around it though, so I'm not too concerned that it's very close. I'll just move the journal out of the way for now, and I'm just going to carefully uncarefully tear this part right here, and then we'll choose our smallest stick, and so I'll probably make it about 2 centimeters. Again, just line it up to the stick. You guys will probably make different sizes, so I'm just making it so the stick can be seen. I don't think I'll have it quite that long, so I might make it just as long as the page, so it only unrolls as long as the page, and I'm just going to tear both of the edges because they're going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter what they look like. And I'm just going to use some ink to ink around the edges. And then the taller one is the one, I think we'll use the taller one as the one you unwind, because I think it might be easier to wind it back up onto a stick that has a little bit more room. And I'm just running my finger over the top just to make sure there's no sharp bits and no crumbly bits. And then what I'm going to do is fold it under, fold it over is what we want. We might actually do both sides. Then fold it over enough so that it's kind of the torn part is hidden, and I'm just going to use a bit of glue to glue that down, and I'm going to do the same to the other side. I'm going to leave that to dry for a little bit. So I don't think it will, because what you do with the sticks is you wind it up and then unwind it. If you just glue one onto the page, I don't think that would be stable enough. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, I've got these leftovers, the freebies from Which Craft Do You Do? And I'm just going to use this background paper to glue the scroll onto, and then glue the background paper onto the page. I think that will just give it a little bit more flexibility and keep it from tearing off the page. So I'm just going to tear a random bit out of that. And ink the edges. Okay, and so now hopefully this is dry enough, feels like it. I'm going to wrap up the one that I want to wrap up. And so it's going to look like that. And then I'm actually going to turn it around because I want it to open to the left. And we'll flip that back around as well. And then what I'm going to do is glue that little part down, this stick, and just this half of that, so then it allows it to have a bit of the freedom to move and everything. Actually, before I glue it down, I almost forgot a little bit of thread to tie it closed so it stays closed. I will just lay that down and glue the scroll over the top. Okay, so the glue is all dried, so I feel safe to move it now. So it unravels quite nicely and then rolls back up. There seems to be enough flexibility in the paper as it is to allow for that, but all glued down, we'll just have to see. So I'm just going to use this thread to tie it closed and put it in a little bow probably, and then trim the extra thread off the long side. And then I'll bring the journal back and I'm just going to glue that into there. So now that's all glued down, I'm just going to decorate a little bit more by stamping on it. Okay, so I'm happy with that, so I'm going to go on with the next little project. I think I might decorate this pocket maybe, yeah. So I'm thinking I'll just do a little bit of a collage just on the top there. final project, I'm just going to flip right to the back, and I've had this cute little envelope with a deer on it squirreled away for quite a long time. So I'm going to put that on it. I was thinking of flipping up, but I think what I might do is actually attach it to something else, but it can still flip up, but it can also flip out. So I decided against flipping up and across and chose just to go across. I'm just going to put a paper clip there, and so now it just flips out like that. So I believe that's all I'm going to do on this journal. So I'll do a flip through of all the pages that we've done. So we've got this stick on the spine that I've left really loose because if I bound it too tight, I'd feel like it'd be too hard to flip through all the pages. And then we've got our bark cover and odds and ends. And then we've got our little collage on the front. And a little card or tag. I'm not sure when it's this shape, if it's called card or a tag. And we've got a couple of blank pages, one of our twig tabs, until we get to this pocket where we've got a backwards card in there. And then another flip, which if I'd been thinking about properly, I probably would have flipped it the other way. But I think it was a bit long was our problem. But it just bulks up the centre quite a fair amount. So that flips up to a little collage, and then that flips up to a little blank piece, and then we've got a little card in the envelope. We've got one of our little tabs, and then this is a little booklet that we've put in with a little stick and feather dangly. And I believe that, yep, that one's just paper clipped in, so it can be taken out. And another little card in this envelope. And the little scroll we made today. And the little collage we've just done with the little notebook. The full page tab, and then the little envelope flip we've just put on there. So I'm going to call that done, and we might start a new series next week, or I might do a couple of individual projects before I choose the next journal to make. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.